anything and everything.
Do you ever wonder how to? Do you ever wonder why?
About anything and everything. Then Daurice is your guide. Anything and everything will open your mind. Anything and everything with Daurice. Anything and everything with Daurice is online. Remember. Anything and everything with Daurice.
You are listening to Anything and Everything with Daurice podcast. This episode is brought to you by WYSK Spark Radio, the spark of the South. Listen to hits from the 70s to now. Find it on Live 365 Spark Radio. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I know it's been a while. Thank you for all your blessed emails asking me if I was ill when you recognized there were some reruns going on. No, I'm fine. No, I did not catch COVID-19. I'm doing well. Someone dear to me had surgery, and I needed to take care of them until they were well and out the door. And they are, so I'm back. Very simple. It wasn't anything life-threatening, but it was time-consuming. So that's why you've had reruns. Oh, let me tell you, the past 5 weeks that I have been gone, I have been keeping up with emails. Every email that you've received was directly from me. If I had time to go on a computer, that was fine. I did. If I was at the hospital or a doctor's office or whatever, I have been using my phone. And we know, why is it our phones want to autocorrect, and when they do that, it's not even correct? That is like one of my biggest pet peeves with autocorrect, and I'm not sure how to turn it off. I probably have to get one of my grandchildren to show me. So that's how you'll know if I was in the studio on a computer emailing you through the phone. Because the funny thing about the autocorrect is it doesn't autocorrect it until it's sending. So I don't even know what I sent until it's sent. Isn't that crazy? How does that work? So anyway, yeah, that was directly from me. So we've got a lot of changes coming up. So let me start from the beginning. Your Own Production Incorporated is the company that umbrellas everything that you see and hear on the website, the podcast, the radio station, the book. Every single thing is owned by Your Own Production Incorporated. Hence the name YOPI Studio. That's where YOPI comes from, Your Own Production Incorporated. Now the website, yopistudio.com, you could find everything on that site in one spot. You could order the book. You could donate to the company to keep all of the stuff running. You could see the blog or any video or podcast. You could even click on to listen to the radio station. Problem is that website is very expensive and it's very time consuming to keep up. And we just weren't getting enough audience. You know, the only time people usually went there was to see the blog. They weren't really listening to the podcast. They might have used it to go to the radio station every now and then. And they didn't even order the book from that site. They would order the book from Amazon. So Your Own Production Incorporated said, you know what? Let's cut out what people aren't really interested in to give them more content of what they are interested in. So the blog that used to go out every single Monday is no longer going to happen. There will still be blogs every now and then. However, it will not be on schedule every Monday like it used to. Don't worry. Even though yopistudio.com is about to shut down, any day now, it will no longer be in effect. But whatever was on that page, as far as blogs, you can go to Blogspot, and a lot of y'all were going to Blogspot. That's why they kept Blogspot. And what that is that's a blog on blogger.com. So what you do is you go to yopistudio.blogspot.com and you can check out every single old blog on there. And if you subscribe to the Blogspot, anytime a new blog comes out, it will automatically go to your email. And since most of y'all were doing that anyway, I don't think too many people are really going to miss the website. What else? The YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel used to just specifically have our podcast. As many of y'all know, Podbean is the host of our podcast. That's the main site. So a lot of y'all did listen to us through Podbean, but of course we have people listening from Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, that was really exciting, iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Stitcher. And then some of the podcast made it to other radio stations around the world where our radio station can't go. But what we're doing now to the YouTube channel is we're also going to be adding videos, whether it's of a podcast or just entertaining funny little skits for you. And so to catch us on YouTube, go to Studio 211. As a matter of fact, there's 2 skits up already. As you know, children love social media. I have a granddaughter, Hayden, that is into all that stuff. She dances, sings, acts. She loves performing. So she'll come over every now and then and she'll be like, "Oh, Graham, I got something I want you to do." And of course, who's going to tell her granddaughter no, right? So the first video you'll see is she's actually behind the camera directing me and handling the camera. And I'm in front of the camera portraying Carol Baskin. Never heard of a woman before this. My granddaughter had to school me on it. And she said, "I think this would be a funny one for you to do." And of course I saw how a lot of people were, doing it inside and stuff like that. And I like to change things up. So it's outside. So just go check it out if you want to laugh for a day. And then there's another skit that my granddaughter Hayden recently, and she's actually in the video with me. It's actually an old hee-haw skit called That's Bad. And she is the old guy, talking about his ups and downs of the day or week or whatever. And then I'm the one on the side going, "Oh, that's bad." Or, whatever. He picks it out and I do it, And so you can catch those. And I'm sure when she comes over, she'll have a few more for us to do together. So you can check that out. Of course, I want to do some podcasts on the video as well. So you'll actually see the studio a little bit. And you'll also notice that the studio is going to change a lot. Because where the studio is, there's a lot of remodeling going on. So the studio has to move around a lot. Because when I say being remodeled, I'm talking about sheetrock coming out, insulation going in, new sheetrock or wood or whatever they're putting up going in. And so we have to move our studio around a little bit quite often. So what else do we have? I did mention the book. So D.L. Rice wrote a book called The Amazing Powers of Aloe Vera. And you could find it on the website, but it's also being sold on Amazon. And it's really short. It's to the point. It just talks about all the benefits of aloe vera and the ingredients that make up the aloe vera plant as to why it does all these amazing things. And then it has a few recipes in it at the end with pictures showing you the great uses that you could get out of your aloe vera plant. On the YouTube, it even shows you how to fillet the leaf of an aloe vera plant. And then it gives you instruction, a book. It gives you the instruction of what part of the plant to do what with. And it's very interesting. It's very small. I think it's like 30 pages, and it's $5. All the proceeds go to keeping up the studio, and they're working on another book. So don't worry if you can't find the book on the website. It's on Amazon. Go to Amazon.com and put in The Amazing Powers of Aloe Vera. Click on it, and there you go. You can buy the book. Then there's Life 365. Your Own Production owns Spark Radio. They pay for everything to keep that station running, as well as all of the music. You have to pay for all of the music that's played on there, and they're reformatting. If you've been with WYSK Spark Radio from day one, you will have noticed that it went from the 70s to now, where they played almost every genre, every type of music that was from the 70s till today. Well, Your Own Production Incorporated has decided they want nothing but positive, wholesome, Christian value type of content, whether it's on the video, the radio station, the podcast. You'll never have to worry about foul language. You'll never have to worry about your children listening to something that you don't want them listening to, not through Your Own Production Incorporated. Now, they have 2 podcasts. They have the Anything and Everything with Daurice, where they talk about everything. And then they have the militaryandjusticelawyer.com. That's another website that's taken care of, and it's a podcast that's also under the umbrella of Anything and Everything with Daurice, and it's a case about a guy that's locked up, and he's truly innocent, and so that case is on there. Now, that might be something you really don't want your children to listen to, only because of the story that goes with it. Nothing vulgar is ever going to be said. If there's something that they want you to know, but they don't want to put it on the air, they'll tell you where on the website you can find it. So you got that going on. Be patient, but just enjoy it. We want you to enjoy it and to give our audience more of what they want. We want to keep up with it. We have such a backlog of people wanting us to do certain topics that once a week doing this podcast isn't going to work. We've got to do more. So that's what we're doing. That way we can get your topic up there sooner. So please, guys, I want to thank you for everything. You'll still be able to donate. If you check out the show notes at the end of every podcast, it'll show you how you can find the content. It'll show you if we had to use references where it was researched, you will find those references in the show notes. You will find if there was a song, you'll find out how to get that song, where you just check out the show notes. It'll show you where to donate if you're interested. Even $1 helps us to be able to continue to do what we do. Just wanted to tell y'all that. I wanted to tell y'all thank you for listening, and God bless. And that's our show. Thanks for listening. And until we meet again, enjoy every day to its fullest. God bless. For comments or questions, you can reach us by email at yopi@post.com. Also, check us out on Twitter at Daurice and our Facebook pages at YOPI Studio or Louisiana Entertainment Association. Anything and Everything with Daurice is produced by Your Own Production Incorporated and comes out every week. So come on back. Feel free to add us to your favorite RSS feed and iTunes, iHeart, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Pod, and our favorite, Podbean. All links are found in our show notes below.